And so far, this is looking like a perfect fit. I have a very stable, like this thing is not going anywhere. I could put the windows down, put my window socks on to get a breeze, sleep comfortably in the back of the SUV. For someone who doesn't want to, you know, go to the lumber store, get some lumber, build a custom platform, have that custom platform taking up space when they're not using it, this might just be worth the price. For years, I've been obsessed with finding the perfect bed for car camping. And SUVs are the most difficult. Got uneven floors, random cup holders, and large gaps in between the seats. But the solution to that problem might just be in this little duffel bag over here. Today we're gonna set up this 2025 Honda Pilot Trail Sport for car camping with the Hela Box Duo bed. Now, I've only slept in this Honda Pilot a couple times, but the times that I have slept in the Honda Pilot have not been the most comfortable. First of all, this huge gap, that's just a function of having captain's chairs instead of a second row bench. And then of course the cup holders and the hips or the sides of the inside of the vehicle, these things make the surface completely irregular. So when I'm sleeping in the Honda Pilot, trying to stay on this little seat right here, I'm either falling into these gaps or fighting with this cup holder just to have enough room. My hips are attached to the cup holder and my arm is essentially hanging off of the seat. But that's where that Hela Box Duo comes into play. As you can see, I have limited headroom. I have just enough space in here really for two people to camp comfortably. And with that Hela Box Duo, I'm gonna be able to put a little platform right here, have just a little bit of space underneath for storage, and be able to go camping in this Honda Pilot. I want to go ahead and get this mattress out because this mattress is somewhat self-inflatable, and if I let it just sit out, it should inflate pretty much on its own. So I haven't seen this before, and it looks like one of those like a whoopee cushion. That's exactly what it is, with a little hole for your hand, and this is to fill the mattress. For the last bed, I had to open this and essentially breathe into it. And at first glance, you might say, all right, you've got this mattress, everything's looking good to go ahead and camp like this. But the real problem with the platform or the bed in the SUV in this setup is, even with the mattress inflated, when I go to roll over, I'm still gonna fall right through that gap. And you might also say, why not just get a nice sheet of plywood, put that down, and use that as your platform? But the one drawback to just throwing a platform down is then you lose any potential storage space below your bed. And every Hela Box Duo comes with a carrying bag. This carrying bag serves two purposes. Number one, when the bed platform is not in use, everything collapses down. Everything you see, except of course that mattress, fits inside this bag. And the next benefit is when your bed platform is set up, you can put all of your camping supplies right inside of this bag and have essentially a go bag ready to go when you're ready to go. And before I go much further, I did get a note from Murray. He says, Mario, thank you again for taking such care and thoughtful content with your Hela boxes. So stoked your audience is digging the Hela Box. Let me know how I can help. Aloha, Murray. And in full transparency, I don't make any money off of any sales of these beds. I wasn't paid to make this video. I just love these kinds of products, seeing how they work, especially this one, because you can essentially have a custom bed frame for any vehicle platform that you can fit it in. Obviously, if you have something so small that it won't fit, it's just not gonna work. But this thing does have a 6-foot mode, a 5'6" mode. So if you have at least 5'6" of clearance or some creative way to move the seats around, you can definitely have a custom feel in almost any car, SUV, or minivan camper. And because I don't want to waste any more of your time, let's do a lightning fast unboxing. And there it is. That's the Hela Box, everything you get inside the package. And Hela Box is a domestic business, and they package and prepare everything here, I think in the state of Colorado. And for sure, they definitely package this thing so that a lightning fast unboxing Probably takes about 30 minutes in reality, but the benefit to that is I know that everything inside has been expertly packed with care. You get 2 long poles, 2 short poles. These are gonna go from front to rear. You get 3 cross members. These are the supports that go from left to right. And of course, you get a standard set of legs. But to maximize headspace, I also have this stubby leg set, which I'll be able to slide a few things underneath the bed with this set, but not as much as I could with this set, and have a little bit more headroom. And the only tool that you really need for assembly is, looks like a 4, this might be a 5 mil, I think it's a 4 or 5 mil Allen key, and that's all you need, the only tool for assembly. Assembling the bed is super easy. The long poles go to the front of the vehicle, and then the short poles go to the center of the vehicle. Everything snaps together, and then the only place you use those Allen keys is when you assemble the legs. And this is where the art and the fun of this bed comes into play. I'm gonna get my feet set up how I want them, because each one can be its own length, and then I'll use that Allen key to tighten everything up once I have the perfect fit. The real question is, what do I want to use to support the bed? Because I feel like, let's see, if I put the seats just a little bit forward, then like this, I actually have plenty of room to use almost the same style of feet for each of the locations. Because I essentially have 2 lengths of feet for my setup. Well, I have 3. I have the standard size feet, but I also have these stubbies that I want to use, 6 stubbies, and each bed does come with 2 long feet. So if I wanted to pull off the headrest and push that seat back, maybe I want to use this as storage place, maybe put a little cooler in there. So let's try that. I think I want to try that. But before I do that, there's actually enough room in this vehicle to just use the 1 set of feet, with or without the seat all the way back or all the way forward. So let's go ahead and just use the stubbies, and this will be a perfect fit. So since I'm going to go with the 6 feet, I'm just going to get them all set where I want them. And so far, this is looking like a perfect fit. And now that I've got all my feet installed, all I have to do is just tighten up these Allen keys. And once this thing, and that tightened up pretty quickly, so it doesn't take a whole lot. And now that I've got that frame fully assembled, I've got all the legs tightened up, I want to put the top or the cover of the bed so that the label is facing towards the rear. And to install, the final step is you just pull this elasticized band and then lock it into place. And now this thing, it does rattle a little bit when there's nothing on it, but in my experience, I have the same one in my minivan currently. It does not rattle at all if you leave it like this and you have your mattress and other things on top of it. Something I really like about this bed frame is it does have these anti-slip tapes, these anti-slip grip tapes that do help your mattress from flying around, because I have had some super smooth beds where my mattress shifts around everywhere I go. My bed sheets, all that stuff fly around, and in this case, this is almost the perfect platform. I had hoped that this mattress would fill itself up a little bit, but I didn't get any progress through that valve. So definitely not the volume of my lungs, but let's use this little hand thingamajiggy to fill this thing up and see. I'm not gonna count it because I think it's gonna take 100 pumps or so. This thing is designed for a max load of about 400 pounds. It feels like it could handle more. I'm not sure. I'm not going to test it, but I personally take up just a little more than half of that limit. And so keep that in mind if you are using this for 2 folks, a couple, to camp together. You don't want to overload it. I think I found a good flow. Am I eventually going to pop this bag? I'm not sure. In the previous version, in the single, I so inflated that thing so hard that I had to let a little bit of air out in the long run to make it comfortable. And so just because it's an air mattress doesn't mean that you need to fill it up so that it's bursting at the seams, because this does have a layer of foam inside of it. And that layer of foam will help you when you're rolling over to prevent any jarring or jamming of your hips into the wooden surface. And now I have a very stable Like this thing is not going anywhere at surface. In fact, it's not fully inflated, but I feel like it's enough air that I would probably be comfortable sleeping on it as is. I don't think I have this thing inflated rock hard, but it is plenty for me. That memory foam inside of it does make it actually quite comfortable. It's not super thick, but it is super comfortable. Another thing I really like about the Duo versus the Solo is this thing is sufficiently wide. I feel like I could travel with my wife, or if I just want to travel solo in comfort, then there is plenty of space inside of this Honda Pilot with this bed. I probably would actually sleep in this bed on this side, and I have a little bit more of headspace. This bed is on its lowest setting. There's plenty of room. I don't feel like I'm hitting the roof when I'm rolling over. This thing is perfect. It's comfortable. I could put the windows down, put my window socks on to get a breeze, sleep comfortably in the back of the SUV. I'm a little high here. If I had my pillow, I could probably nap right now, and I am tired. And this brings me to the one big con that a lot of viewers have mentioned in the previous video that I made about the Hela Solo, and that is that this product is quite expensive. I don't recall the exact price right now, but what I would like to say is you do get what you pay for. This is a quality product, a quality bed, a quality platform. And since it's so easily customizable for someone who doesn't want to, go to the lumber store, get some lumber, build a custom platform, have that custom platform taking up space when they're not using it, this easy to deploy, easy to use, easy to store option might just be worth the price. If you want to find out more about this Hela bed, you can check out my non-affiliate, non-commission link in the video description. And if you like content like this, be sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you in my next video.